That's
What?
crazy.
I was joking the other day to my cousin. I said, "What was my problem? Was I showing off? I had one of the major surgeries because I want to show off. I'm an overachiever, you
But
know.
I can't have any of the little
It's
stuff. No,
ridiculous.
I'm gonna get the whole heart
Yeah,
replaced.
why couldn't it have been like, a broken clavicle or something, you know?"
Life gets tough, and I know it's hard to cope with the unknown. For all of us, I know it'd be easy if we were perfect, but we're not. So we go to find our fate, to find our hope. It all begins with looking up. It all begins with you. It's time to elevate. We sing it loud and proud. We make our voices known. Nothing can shut them out. Elevate. Shout it for you and me. We can do anything. It's time to set us free.
Welcome to a very different episode of Time to Elevate. I'm Ann Lucente, your host, and I have my guest here, and it is Lorenzo Beronilla, who you may have heard his story previously, and if not, there's an episode in here you want to listen to. He was in the hospital waiting for a heart transplant, which was very unexpected. This time I wanted to do a follow-up with him post-heart transplant, which is a miracle in itself. So we jumped on Riverside, which is where I record my podcast, just to do a sound check before actually recording the real podcast in a few days. But after talking with Lorenzo for almost an hour, I was like, yeah, so this is our podcast. I don't need to see you again. So you're in for a treat. Sit back, relax, and enjoy my behind-the-scenes conversation with somewhat of a walking miracle man, Lorenzo Beronilla. So what'd you say? You just woke up?
I just woke up. I don't fight my naps. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
need to take a nap, I take it. It's so nice. I
Uh-huh.
used to never like to nap because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night,
Yeah.
but it's totally different now. Now it's just yes.
It's
I love
nice.
it. It's like little treats. Little treats.
I like naps. I think they're
Yeah.
great. And, sometimes you don't do it if you're like working or doing whatever, but when you can take naps like that, oh my God. When I had surgery, like, I don't know, a few months ago, whatever, I
Yeah.
was like, the 2 weeks, I was like, this is nice. I could just nap. I could just do whatever I
It
want.
is. It's very restful.
Uh-huh.
People don't realize how much sleep they really need.
It's true.
A lot of people are go, 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 go. So, three different people, three different occasions keep asking me, what advice would you give someone knowing what I've gone through?
Right. Right.
You know, is it like listen to your body, watch what you eat, all that stuff? And I said, well, it's a combination of that. I don't know why I just thought of this. Oh, because we're talking about naps. I said, if you're tired, take that nap. Don't say, you know what, I'll work through this, I'll nap later.
Right.
I'm always tired, I'll nap on the weekend. Your body is telling you something, and
Right.
it's saying, hey, I need a break, I need to shut down. If it's not my mind, it's my body. Something's up that I need to re energize and regroup. Something's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, why deny that for your body? And I also said, you really are what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Right.
Not that I ever ate poorly. I I ate a lot of things,
Right. Right. Right.
maybe too much of one thing, but you are what you eat. Now I do know, and I'm more portion controlled. I am aware. It's not that I cheat.
Mm-hmm.
I eat what I want, but I do tend to eat more healthy things. Like I won't eat the bacon.
Right.
I do, but I'll go for like turkey sausage instead.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's just I'm more aware and I'm more aware.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna eat a believe me, I do eat steak.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be very, very cooked. It can't be rare. But I eat a lot of vegetables with it.
Right.
So that's okay. So it's best to eat everything. People say everything in
Moderation.
what's it?
Moderation.
Moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's good to eat. If it's a bad thing, eat something good with it,
Right.
and it'll kind of even itself out.
Right. Yeah.
So You might be cheating a little bit, but you can even yourself out, and your blood pressure won't go crazy. Your sugar might not spike. Because I watch all of that. I have to.
Right.
So
Right.
I've learned to kind of uh, ride the wave of sugar spikes
Right.
and too many calories. It's quite interesting. So you are what you eat. Was my
Let me
mind.
ask you that we're having a podcast right here. We're gonna definitely,
Yeah, yeah.
but let me
We can. Yeah.
let me ask you
Go ahead.
for yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a rude awakening, obviously. Before
It.
this, did
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
take naps and do stuff? You didn't. I don't see you as stopping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like nap,
Yeah.
and I'm not talking napping on the plane in the cart of the thing, or but
Yeah.
do you feel like you obviously
Never, never
changed?
napped. I didn't like to nap. I
Right.
always thought I was missing out on something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to. Oh no, what if I nap and I kind of miss a window to turn something in and
Right.
audition in?
Mm-hmm.
The only time I would nap is like traveling on a train because that was my break anyway. It's fine,
Right.
so I could relax. Um, I was eating on the go.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. And I was eating poorly on the go.
Right.
Uh,
So tell me, okay, I know, okay, you went through all this and everything. How do you feel now? Other than tired, like,
how do I feel?
do you feel,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
interesting.
are
Yeah,
there other changes other than
there
not
are.
feeling tired? I need to know it all.
there there are other changes. Prior to, well, the heart affects everything, doesn't it? So I
Right.
used to have stomach problems all the time.
Mhm.
I used to have migraines
Oh.
at least once or twice a month.
Oh.
Um, yeah, I used to have. Interesting that my allergies haven't really kicked in. It
It's
should have
bad.
kicked in
Oh,
already.
this year is bad. It should have kicked in already. I think
Yeah,
it's
because
bad.
everybody I know,
Mhm.
they're walking around sniffling away. I'm outside and the breeze is hitting me and I'm fine. It's really weird. But I, I even said it the other day. There are days where I'll wake up and completely forget I had an operation.
Wow. Wow.
Like I would just wake up, and go, oh, I'm getting up, and then I just I'll be hit by the reality of, gosh, because I checked the dates, and today is what, day 60
Wow.
post op, only day 60
I
post
can't
op,
believe
and
and what's happened in this amount of time. It's so
in amount of time,
crazy.
this amount of time, yeah, but I can't even. It doesn't feel like it. I
Mhm.
feel healthy. Of
Right.
course this hurts
Right.
and I'm healing and I'm gaining weight so I feel better because
Mhm.
I felt frail and very weak.
Right.
Because I left the hospital at 161
Wow.
or something.
Mhm.
I'm 177 now.
Oh, good. Okay.
I want to be, well, I doctor says I should be 170. I'm like, huh? And like I hadn't been 170 since I was 1970. I mean, I was just, what are you talking about? I have no idea if that, because I was 200 and something,
Oh, really?
210.
Okay.
I lost 40
Wow.
pounds.
Holy cow.
So I don't want to be anywhere near 180. So I'm gonna try to be around 170. Right now I'm 177. I don't mind because I'm still on steroids.
Mhm.
So
Okay, so that's
steroids are,
good.
it makes me keep my weight.
Okay.
I can't wait till I'm off them,
Mhm.
and then I won't have to worry about, because I could exercise all day long and I'll still gain weight just because of the steroid.
Right, right.
Even if I'm not eating any more than I am,
Right.
it just keeps weight on you. Um,
So,
but I'm down to my last 10 milligrams of steroids.
okay.
I went from 40, I'm
Oh,
down to 10.
okay.
So I can't wait till that goes away, and then I can control my weight a little, and then I don't have to worry about diabetes or insulin shots anymore. We'll
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
But how am I feeling?
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm getting stronger every day. I look forward to exercising. I look like a younger version of myself because I looked at the pictures of myself of my last months of working.
Yeah.
I was a load.
Well, you were swollen, right?
I was not only
Weren't you
swollen, I was
retaining?
also
Oh, you were
Yes, but
heavier, but weren't you?
that was only the last
Okay.
couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw myself, over 190,
Right.
200
Right.
at a time I was still healthy, thinking.
Right. Yeah.
So I look so different. I look like I'm starting 11 years ago,
Wow.
like my
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
This is the weight I was when I started
Yeah. Wow, that's
acting.
amazing. And do you have
Yeah.
restrictions now as anything goes? I mean, any kind of major restrictions now other than how you're feeling and
Ye-
obviously listening to that, but
Restrictions as in what I'm eating.
no, in doing things.
Oh, yeah, interestingly enough, well, I'm still not allowed to lift anything extremely heavy.
Right, that makes
It's
sense.
still it's still under 10 pounds kind of thing,
Right. Which is
which is
hard.
fine.
Isn't it hard though? You don't
It
realize what's over 10
it
pounds.
is.
Yeah, a lot.
It is. A lot of things
Yeah.
are. Even a box from UPS.
I know
I was
they
like, that thing it had toilet paper in it.
I know. It's
Toilet
like
paper in.
I know. They tell you like a
Yeah,
gallon of I would say wine, a gallon
yeah.
of what do you call it? Milk is like 10 pounds
Milk.
or something.
It's heavy.
Isn't that
Yeah, I
right?
certainly couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't even open a door. I
Yeah.
couldn't open a door or shut a door without hurting.
Yeah.
Um,
And now it's
and
better as far as
it's
the pain?
I can open and so I feel it though because
Mhm.
it pulls on
Right.
my chest muscles, my chest muscle. Even when I'm cutting something, like if
Mhm.
I'm cutting a banana, for my
Yeah.
cereal, I feel it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Is that what now
So I'm not cooking. I'm not
yeah,
cooking at
you
all.
said that, right? And your taste buds are coming back now or what? You said a little bit.
They are, and
Yeah.
it just thank God for hot sauce and
Oh,
sriracha
yes.
and Tabasco because I can taste all that.
Yeah.
I'm able to taste more now. Like
Right.
I had a baked potato, a plain baked potato, and 2 weeks ago I wouldn't have been able to taste a thing.
Right.
I wouldn't have told you it tasted like a potato. It tasted like zero.
Mhm.
Now it does taste like a potato. Um, like anytime I'd eat chicken or pork, lean pork, I didn't.
Right. You're like, "Why
It could have been
bother?
anything.
Why bother?"
I did just like I was in a hospital. I
Yeah.
just ate it for nutrition. I had
Exactly.
no idea what it tastes like. It could have been made awfully well
Right. It probably was.
in the hospital.
Sorry. Sorry if they're
Yeah.
listening. No.
Yeah, it's okay. They know. Believe me, I complained 1,000 times
Well, it has
daily.
to be, I guess. They have to give you plain everything at first anyway. Never mind that. I'm sure they're not
Oh,
like
they were very good at doing that.
yeah.
Sorry, no, I shouldn't.
But
I could go off. I could go off.
I know. But let me ask you, so you went through all that and now you
Yeah.
can, like you said, pick and choose and
Yeah.
do it differently so you can relax and
I'm definitely gonna do it differently. I think I might go towards like what actors' goals
mhm.
are typically. Their end game is
Mm.
film and
Mhm.
television. I was never film and television. I was always commercial print industrials because that was a very secure
Right.
money. But now I think I'll do a commercial here, but I think I'm gonna go for more of let's go for
Right.
it this time. Let's really go
Right.
for it.
So
So that is different.
that is totally and then so now did I ask you this already? Did they give you a time frame or are they kind of as it goes? Like your doctors, are they kind of like step by step?
It's as it it's as it
Uh-huh.
goes. I know only time frame as in some people have gone back after five
Mhm.
months. I know my sternum needs 3 to 8 months to heal, and I would feel
Mhm.
safe to be out there because I wear a brace now when
Okay.
I'm out. When I go to when I go even I'm in the car just being taken to the hospital for my biopsies and I still wear a brace just in case when I get out there's people coming in and
Right.
out. I don't want to be
Yes.
bumped. I don't want to be bumped. I don't want to fall, anything like
Mhm.
that. And I wear it outside of my clothes so people are aware something's going
Mhm.
on. Um, uh, so I think the way I'm healing and the way my biopsies are going, I think I'm going to heal faster than most people because right now um, they're very pleased with my progression.
Mhm.
but I myself am not comfortable. I need 5 months to even think about walking in the hustle and bustle of New York
Right.
again.
Right. Yes, completely.
Not that I would be in a subway, maybe I'll to just be Ubering it, but
Mhm.
still, just to be out, that's really out in the open. It's different in the
Oh,
Hudson
no,
Valley.
totally different. You're not likely to just bump into somebody here. But
Yeah, but if there's something that comes up here, upstate,
right.
um, I'll do it
Mhm.
upstate. I feel differently here. It just depends. It's day by day. Again, I'm healing nicely. I feel
Right.
good. The pain it's just pressure now. I can't say it's pain
Right.
anymore. It was pain every day, like
Right.
pain every
Wow.
day,
Oh
all
my
day long,
god.
and different levels. Now it's just
Right.
pressure, like constant
Right.
pressure, which is a different thing. I rarely take
Mhm.
Tylenol. I'll take it maybe right before I go to sleep, because of course all day without
Right.
it, But I purposely do that too. I almost try and like toughen myself
Right.
up. Um,
So
I just
no, go ahead.
go ahead.
You just finish.
Because I'm on so many medications. I had two
I
pages
can
of
imagine. Oh my
medication
gosh.
whenever whenever I was in the hospital. I when I left the hospital, I only had one page of
Uh,
medication, and it's slowly being weaned
okay.
down.
W
So, but I have a handful. I have a handful of pills that I take. You know,
like side effects from them?
well, that's the thing. I have side effects. I will. I'm not used to the side effects yet. It kind of drives me a little nutty. I have hand tremors that drive me
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, all the
Mhm.
time. When I'm tired, it's triggered by me being tired or like emotional or
Mhm.
hungry. I'll shake even more. You know how people like if you have low blood sugar, they kind of look funny and start weirding
Yeah.
out. I'm not. It's not like I have low blood sugar. It's just the medicine's affecting me. I will always have to be on this medication forever. But if I wean off the other ones, we'll see what
Okay.
happens. They say it goes away, but I've read some people always have
Mhm.
them. Uh, but the fact that I'm weaning off the steroid, we'll see what
Right.
happens.
That might make a difference with
But
that.
it's bearable. I mean, I get headaches. Sometimes my stomach's upset, but if that's all I have to worry about, I'll
Yeah.
take it. So I'm very grateful, believe
Mhm.
me. I'm far from
Right.
complaining. I deal with it as it comes, but I'm well aware how thankful and grateful I am, and my healing process. We are friends. My heart and I are
Yeah.
friends for sure. We're totally friends.
Yes.
I still talk every day.
Oh,
I talk.
wow. Wow.
How you doing? Good
Yeah.
morning. Good morning. How
You
you
feeling good
doing?
today? You're feeling good?
Want some?
Oh my god.
Doing
What an
good.
amazing thing though to have the whole heart transplant thing, and the family who I mean, geez, I have no words for that.
It's
It is.
it
It
boggles
is.
my mind
It's
still.
mind-blowing.
Boggles my mind. I still shake my head thinking, did that really
Right.
like goodness, did that really of all
Yes.
things in the world, I would have never guessed
I
that would
know.
have happened
I
to
know.
me. It is just
It's
too
crazy, right?
much.
It's crazy for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
yeah,
is.
that's just amazing. So let me ask you because you were such a, busy day to
Yeah.
day, every day of the week, I
Yes.
think.
Oh my
I don't even
God.
know. Did you take any
Every
weekends
day.
off? I don't even know. Probably not. Yeah.
I was traveling.
Traveling. So
I traveled every week.
so what
Every week.
so doing that and making a living and all that, and of course you're going to get back to all that and whatever. So right now, what do you need? I know you've got a couple of things happening, a couple of since we're recording this,
Yeah.
this was a test, but I'm gonna use it. um,
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say, here's our test, and but we got lots of good information. But like, what am I thinking? Not what things are happening. What's happening? What are the hashtags out there, and what's connected to them, and what's going on? Like, where?
Hashtags. Where is my life going
Well,
after
no.
this? It's
Also,
a
like, what do you need? Because I know you've got some GoFundMe stuff, and you've got other things, and there's other things happening around you that are helping with because obviously during this time,
oh
income
yes,
wise,
sure.
it's crazy. Because even if even if you had
Yeah.
a regular job, even being out for this
Yeah.
time is not covering anything anyway. You know what I mean? That's just like it's just
Right.
life and what it is.
Right. 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 Right.
So I know you've got the campaign, I've got a heart on for Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Yeah. Well,
David.
you're right. So funny. The GoFundMe is still happening. I mean, believe me, I'm so grateful for everybody who had donated, and it'll still be
Mhm.
on. But I'm living a very simple life. I mean, right now, I don't need to do anything
Right.
crazy. Uh, so thank goodness for
Yes,
insurance.
thank God, thank God. Yes.
I don't know if people are aware how much a heart
I
transplant
can only,
is.
will you
And
share?
well, I will, but I don't know if it's not mine exactly, but
Right.
I've read that it's well over 1 mil
I can imagine.
because it's long term, it's medicine, it's care, it's all this, it's what you were doing, it's all the nursing and all the doctors in the
Right.
hospital. I think it was like 1.3 is the
Oh my
average.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh
Crazy.
my gosh. That's crazy.
But what I need is honestly what people have already been doing. I love the support people give
Mhm.
me. Even I keep friending everybody that's liking my posts. I'm not only posting for myself now. I'm posting because people are
Right.
curious, what's happening with me. Before it was just kind of for me to keep a
Mhm.
calendar of what was the events that was
Right.
happening, and now I'm having fun with it. I'm adding a little bit of humor to it, and
Mhm.
little fun stuff of older posts that I used to do. I would put some
You're very
animation.
good with that animation.
Well, I did edit before. Wait, prior to me being an actor, I
Oh.
was a
Oh,
marketing.
that's true, but I didn't think about the editing part of that. I guess so.
Well, I'm artsy
Yeah, yeah,
fartsy,
yeah.
so I'm artsy fartsy. So anything that had to do with like fun artwork
Mhm.
or graphics on computers, I kind of always liked. Never knew how to really do it. I always had someone I could just tell somebody
Right.
to do it, so I had to learn how to do it. I think it's
It is
fun.
fun, it is, and the ideas
Um,
you have the ideas, which that's like 90% of the thing, really. I mean, we've got the ideas and you're like,
I have
"I
so many.
don't."
I have too many ideas.
It's what keeps you going. It
It's
keeps you going.
crazy.
Oh my god. So
But but the support from people is really so awesome. I have a good team at the hospital of doctors and
right.
nurses. I have mentors. Because I have this support group of they're great people on the support. But believe me, not everybody on the support group. It's always so dire and so depressing.
Mhm.
There are people saying 10 years surviving,
Right.
first year surviving, 15 years. I did my
Nice.
marathon. It's
Wow.
wonderful to see that. Or I went on vacation, that bucket list
Yeah.
vacation, so nice.
Yeah.
But but you know, everything's. I have no complaints right
Right.
now, other than uh, people keep asking me, "Is it hard to go through this?" And I said, "Well,
Right.
yes."
Right.
I have to be honest with them. You don't know what we go through, and I say we, unless you were a transplant
Right.
patient. It is.
Right.
It's rough. It's
Yeah.
rough. I keep it's almost like a nightmare thinking, like, because I see all my pictures that I'm posting and I get a flashback of really being there and
Mhm.
going, that was just awful, the
It's
happening right
crazy.
there.
So it's really
I remember how I felt.
mhm. I would say
Yeah,
so physically enough
it
that
does
you're
a
going
number
through
on you.
physically, but mentally it totally has to do a number. It's just your heart. Like
Yeah,
this is not something you can live
yeah,
without. You know what I'm saying? You get something else taken out, a
no,
gallbladder, a blah blah, they can go. This is
yeah,
like it's the core of your
yeah.
being.
I
It's like a mind
it's cra-
blowing. It's
Why?
crazy.
I was joking the other day to my cousin. I said, "What was my problem? Was I showing off? I had one of the major surgeries because I want to show off. I'm an overachiever, you
But
know.
I can't have any of the little
It's
stuff. No,
ridiculous.
I'm gonna get the whole heart
Yeah,
replaced.
why couldn't it have been like a broken clavicle or something, you know?
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
it's
It
mind blowing.
is.
But again, there's a it's emotional,
Right.
right? And I'm still very emotional. I was emotional
Right.
before, but of course the meds make you more emotional. And I think my heart's making me
Uh,
emotional. So
yes.
whoever she is,
Yeah.
they're messing with me a
And you
bit.
you don't get to
Um,
know
there's
usually unless the family
uh,
would wants to, correct?
I have written my
Okay.
letter. I have written my donator a letter. I've turned it
Okay.
in, and the person that received it had let me know
Mhm.
that they are going through the motions and reaching
Okay.
out. There is a period of
Oh,
mourning that you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
wait. Uh, but my letter has been
Okay.
completed a while ago. I did it very early on. I did it maybe the second
Okay.
week that I was post-op.
Mhm.
I do want to say one more thing about what people don't know about this. Um, I was saying that only people who've gone through this would understand. Uh, there's an isolation. Like I'm very isolated, but
Mhm.
you also want to be isolated
Right.
because I don't really want to be out there right now because
Mhm.
infection is our biggest, you know, enemy right now.
Right.
We have to protect ourselves the first 5 months of any type of infection. If somebody
Mhm.
has a cold, as simple as a cold,
Yeah.
a bee sting, a mosquito bite,
Right.
I sleep in a mosquito net.
Do you?
I have a,
Okay.
oh yeah,
Oh, wow. Yeah,
for
good
sure.
idea. Good idea.
Um, but that's my concern,
Mhm.
of what you can't see. I need to protect myself from that because you just don't want to get sick. You
Right.
don't want to um, to increase your white blood cells to a point where it gets bad.
Mhm.
Because right now I'm lucky. I have zero rejection, which
That's
means
great.
my heart and my body
Have
are
connected.
kind of copacetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying we're partying. We're on a picnic, and we're
Yes.
yeah, we've been having wine at the picnic for about 60 days now, and we're doing well. We're laughing it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are people that have that rejection, and it's awful. They have to increase their meds.
Right.
I never had to do that. I'm decreasing my
That's
meds.
great.
I will always have to take immunosuppressants for the rest of my life,
Mhm.
but at a different prescription and lower milligram.
Right.
Uh, Maybe the shakes will go away. I'm sure I'll get a handle of it whenever we get to that point,
Mhm.
or I'll just be used to it. But so I'm isolated because I want to be,
Mhm.
but I'm also isolated in a sense of it's hard,
Mhm.
like to go through this stuff.
Right.
Um, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. It's not like I'm upset about it. It's
It's a big it's
yeah,
a big emotional thing.
it is, and I forget, and I keep telling. I even told the other day, everybody who asked me, I have yet to really sit down with myself and kind of wrap my head around what happened.
Right.
Uh, I will, like eventually,
Well, it happens so fast. It's a
ha-
whirlwind. You're sick, you go in the
happened.
hospital. Oh, you need a new heart. Oh, we have one. Oh my, like what?
Oh,
Like what? You don't have
yeah,
a minute to even process,
yeah.
really.
Didn't have, and that's really that right there. What you just said is very important to state. I thought I was going to have months to
Mhm.
process. I was not aware that I would only have to wait 16 days
That's
for a new
crazy.
heart.
It's
I
crazy.
was literally thinking
Oh, I get
I had
chills.
time to process. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But what you said kind of like it hit me. And I went, she's right. I thought I was going to have till like September to
Mhm.
kind of like deal with it. Because to me, I don't know why I was picking my birthday month. I was like, maybe September I'll be getting my heart.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. Because you're trying to like keep sane and kind of
Right.
joke with yourself too.
Plus, they probably
But
tell you, like, we don't know when. Like, it could be months. It could be they're they probably
yes,
go to the
but
longer end when they're telling you because that's what happens.
well, they actually said 3 to 5 weeks, and
They
I went,
did?
"How?"
Oh my
Yeah, and but I was like, "How do you know
yeah.
that? How is that possible?"
Just from
And
what
see,
happens.
I just didn't understand the parameters yet. I
Mhm.
didn't understand. The sicker you are, the
Ah.
higher priority you are. So, and it's
Ah!
kind of like scary to say I was extremely sick.
Because you didn't
So,
know. So you didn't even know
well,
that you were like, you knew you weren't feeling well, but you had no idea the magnitude of how sick you
right.
were. And now they're telling you you're so sick. That's that alone. That alone to process. I'm so sick. Like what? Like I'm on the top of the
Yeah.
list for a transplant? Like that's insane.
Well, well, first it's you're so sick you can't leave the hospital
Mhm.
because you will not make it
Oh
out
my
there.
god. Oh my god.
Two, you're so sick you need a heart transplant, which I was just, what? Say again?
Oh
I
jeez.
was just like, and then three, not only do you need that, we need to operate first and give you a balloon pump to help your heart pump blood and oxygen to the rest. That's prior to you're having another operation prior to your major operation.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going, what?
Oh my
And
gosh.
then we have to list you on the national donor registry, UNOS. And then from there, we monitor you. So just because I got the balloon pump, I was still like a level down from serious. And then I went to
Wow.
bad.
Wow.
So isn't
Wow.
that something?
It's
Because people go
crazy.
home and wait for a heart,
Yeah.
and
Right.
they may
Yes.
get it,
Yes.
they may not, they might have to wait a year.
Mhm.
It's the people who are right there who are in dire need of a
Right.
organ
Yes.
that are in the hospital. I mean, I read all the time. I just got the call. We had to travel 3 hours
Right.
away. We traveled overnight.
Right.
That's a different story. Me, I was in the hospital, and again,
Mhm.
when I woke up from a nap and they're telling me two of my nurse practitioners just walked in earlier because it was Easter weekend, and one was dressed as a bunny
Ah!
and gave me chocolates,
Ah!
and then I took a nap because I wasn't feeling well. And when I woke up, they both walked in again. I wasn't thinking anything of it, and my lead nurse practitioner said, "We have a match for you."
Oh
And I
my
was like,
god.
"What?"
Oh my god. Oh my
I
gosh.
literally just woke up I didn't even know where I was.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember just swearing out loud. Like, what what are you talking about? I couldn't process it. I couldn't process it at all. At all.
No. How could
Yeah.
you? You're like, "Am I still dreaming? Like, what's happening?"
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So
That I don't even know. I can't
it
process it, and it's not me.
I
I'm
can't.
like, "What?" I
Well,
remember
let
you
me tell you
called
this.
me when you heard. You're like, "I can't." I was like, what?" Like, I don't even
You
know.
were I called everybody, and you were probably top 10. Top
Aw.
10.
Thank you for calling.
Here's it's because it's because your first name starts with an A.
Hey, that's why I'm thankful. I get the top calls. It's okay. I don't
Okay. No,
I'll
I'm
take
not
them
kidding.
anyway.
I'm
I'll take
kidding.
them anywhere I can get
I'm
them.
kidding. I'm kidding. No, no. It was everybody I had
I
talked
know.
to, like been contacting.
Right.
I don't even know how I picked, certain people. It's not like I picked them. It's like who I always talked to before.
Right.
It's almost like I needed to talk to somebody. It's crazy.
Oh, it's wild. But I haven't just to say we hadn't seen each other in so long. We'd been in
Well, we
contact.
worked together.
We've been in
We
contact, but
just,
then
but
it's
we
so
did work.
funny that we just were together is what
Yes,
I'm saying, right?
yes,
The funny thing is right before all this happened, while it was happening, we didn't know it.
yeah.
We
No.
worked together. So it's so wild that after all those
Not
years.
only did we work together, folks, it was a commercial where we had to dance like crazy
Yes,
people
and I
to
drove.
promote
You were in my car, a time bomb. I
a
wanna think
time
about
bomb.
that. I don't wanna think
I
about it.
know.
I have
Yeah,
nightmares
it's
thinking
there.
about that.
Like,
Oh my
it's
god.
it it's to think about that. Can you imagine? Oh my
No.
goodness.
God.
It's there. Well, I also was like to even my sister, like I could have been babysitting the little one,
Right,
my
right.
niece's little one.
Oh,
Can that
jeez.
be? Would that be awful if
No,
something
God.
happened?
Oh my
So
god.
I'm so glad the way it happened because I didn't involve anybody else.
Right, right,
Nobody like witnessed me
right.
keeling over.
And also you
Because
didn't. You went to the
yeah,
doctor and
I didn't.
you were taken care of, which is thank God. That's just amazing. That's just
I went to
crazy.
the doctor, but the funny thing is, I got dropped off to the hospital, and I had to wait outside for 20 minutes because I couldn't walk.
Oh,
I
wow.
had to like gather my strength, and finally somebody saw me, and I
Oh my
stepped a
God.
little. I said, "I need a wheelchair. I can't. I'm done.
Oh
I
my
like my
God.
body's done."
Oh my gosh.
Uh, what was I saying? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, uh, it was funny how we're talking about wrapping my head around it, and you can't even just imagine what other people are thinking. That's another reason why I keep telling people what I'm going
Yes.
through or what I went through, because they want to know. Because it's from I was saying, "Hey, how you doing?" to next thing you know, Lorenzo's having a heart transplant.
Right.
A lot of people thought it was spam, which I have to explain to everybody out there. I did not plan on spilling the beans. I was just about to say, I'm going to be away from social media. I was not going to say anything because I hadn't posted in quite some time.
Right.
I was just going to say, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go on vacation and see you later. But I ended up spilling the beans.
Yeah.
It was not planned at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to watch and kind of
Right.
review my own video,
Yeah. Yeah.
and throw it out there, because people are just like, how did this happen? And I'm trying to explain to them, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was saying, do you know what viruses was? No, they don't. It could have been a little common cold. It just picked on my heart. They're going to do genetic testing to find out there's something in my history.
Okay.
But other than that, I never had COVID. Was
Right.
it COVID? They don't know.
Right. Right.
'Cause I didn't have it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I never
Oh my
in my
God.
life thought I would. I never thought in my life that I would. Sorry to say this. I don't. I'm not jinxing it. I didn't think I would pass this life um, from a health problem.
Okay.
I thought. I always thought maybe it would be an accident or
Right.
something, which is an awful thing to say. But I never
How
thought
about
I would be
growing
sick.
old? Maybe you thought you might grow old.
Yeah. Yes. Right. I lived to 105.
Yes.
Y- Something like that.
But
I
yeah,
never thought. I never thought it was going to
because you're a
be from a.
healthy, like, as far as you
Uh,
could see, everything
yes.
else is health, and that's another reason you're a good candidate because you're healthy
Yeah.
otherwise, because, I hate to
Yeah.
say it, but if you're not, if there are so many other things
Yes.
wrong, that heart's not gonna help anyway, and then
Yes.
it wouldn't be
Yes.
you wouldn't be on the list for that,
You are correct. It's
Yeah.
almost like catch 22,
Yeah.
where I was healthy enough, everything else
Yeah. But
except that, and then also I didn't come into the hospital unconscious. I didn't have a
Mhm.
stroke or a heart attack.
Right.
So
Right.
I literally walked in and I was still me.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
getting sick. So yeah, there was a lot of these odd pluses to a weird minus.
Mhm.
Everything played on along with each other.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh.
I never thought I was going to have a health problem to
Right.
take me out of this life.
Right. Oh my gosh. And it's great because I do have friends who keep asking me how you're doing. And so that's why I said to you,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
let's jump on for a test. I thank you for doing this test because this is our podcast.
Oh wait, do you have friends who live in Saugerties?
Yes, my friend Lisa.
Lisa, I did receive a card and it said Saugerties. I'm like, who the heck knows me from Saugerties? It's weird. I thought did I get a speeding ticket? But it was in a nice card. It was a nice card, so it wasn't a speeding ticket. But they sent me a card. It was so nice, and I'm sorry if I didn't know who it was, so there was no way of saying thank you on the multimedia or
Right.
on the interwebs or IG. But now I can say thank you.
Yes.
That was very sweet. That was very
Uh,
very sweet. It
yes.
gave me a little. Look at me. I'm getting a little.
Oh. Oh my gosh. She asked, and she actually literally yesterday, I think it was, she asked again about you and she wanted to know. She lives very close to you in Saugerties.
Funny.
She always checks in on you and stuff, which is really cool, so
Yes, yes. It was
yeah.
so sweet. Said if you need anything, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't even know this person. But again,
Yes.
that just shows you. I tell you, the people who have responded to this, to me,
Mhm.
or my what's happening to me, and I don't even know them, kind of like gave me this. I always thought the world was great. I loved the world. I was one of those
Right.
people who kind of loved what I did. I loved life. I wasn't looking at it negatively, and I'm a Libra, so I'm always just like the even keel kind of person,
Yes.
and I'm happy go lucky, but it made me kind of have another faith in humanity. All these people I don't know supported me in any way they can,
Yeah,
and just like words of wisdom or words of support is so awesome.
it is.
So believe me, I love life even more this second time around.
Yes. Yeah, right,
Thank
and
you,
people are
Lisa. Thank you,
yes,
Lisa.
thank you, Lisa, she's wonderful, she really is, I know her
Yeah,
for
very,
years and
very
years.
sweet. Very sweet.
And, it's true, and people are good. I know sometimes,
Yeah,
especially whatever happens in the world and stuff, we think, like, nobody's good and everything's good, but you're right, it gives you
yeah,
a new found, appreciation for everybody, so
yeah.
I'm so happy we did this.
I know this is fun. I got interviewed by one of uh, the newspapers, local newspapers here,
Mhm.
and it was a Times Union. It was
Yes.
Union, and I also did Hudson Valley One. But they had asked me, do I what do I want to say, and I just say, people, life is hard. Everybody knows that, and I think I said, we're just everybody's usually a nice person. Typically, everybody you personally know are generally nice people, or you wouldn't really know them, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Right.
they're good souls, but I always said the people I know are just kids that had to grow up, you
Mm.
know, and we don't know what they went through. Everybody has their own
Right.
problems. Everybody does. Nobody is free of problem.
No.
You just don't know it. So I have to be very understanding of
Mhm.
someone who's not so nice that day. That's why I found people fascinating when I used to do background work. There were so many people that hated to even check in. It's 7 in the morning and they can't wait to leave. Yeah. And it's like, what are you talking about? Why are you here there then? But I found them fascinating. But we don't know what was going through their lives.
Right.
Did they fight with their husband? Did their dogs? Is their dog sick? Is their kids being unruly? Are they not able to pay a phone bill? We don't know.
No.
So I always like to people. To me, I found them fascinating, and I think that's why I was always so kind of nice to people. I
Mhm.
didn't try to be nice to them. I think I found them fascinating.
You're like, "I don't need to be
I
your friend. I'm just fascinated with you." So
believe me, there are people I would not have a beer with, but
Yeah.
I find quite fascinating,
Yes,
and I
yes.
would just to observe and
Yes.
there's some characters out there,
There
but people are
are.
generally good. Like
Yes.
the people you personally know, your circle are generally good, or else you know you wouldn't allow yourself to be around that.
Right.
You know,
That's true.
sometimes you don't know, then you learn your lesson.
You find out, you're
Believe
like,
me,
"All right,"
yeah.
but
But
that's true.
but
That's true. Yes.
Oh, but real quick, when I told you about the spam, people thought it was spam when I was like
Yes. Yes.
emailing
Mhm.
because I didn't know. What do I do? Do I text this information? How do you text this to somebody?
Right.
Do I call them and leave a message or an
Right.
audio message?
Right.
And it could be AI. They might think that's spam too.
Right.
So I just kind of just wrote it the way I would write it, and hopefully they realize it's not spam.
Mhm.
But I tell you, there are people who have talked to me that I
Mhm.
know, like friends.
Yeah.
They thought I was acting. They
I
thought it was like they thought it was an acting um,
Right.
exercise.
Yes.
Totally did not know.
Even the video when you said this is not a set and this is not whatever, but people probably, what's the catch? What's happening here? Because you posted,
Yes,
stuff a
yes,
lot, of your own acting stuff. So
yeah.
be like, that is really wild.
But they have actually even written to me and talked to me and said, "Lo, I thought you were just practicing.
I know.
You know,
Is
you
that
were just doing
crazy?
this dramatic read, and it was." They're like it was awesome, and I was
I
like,
love
"Well,
it. I love it. Oh
it
my
was
god.
more than awesome."
Oh my god.
Uh,
That's
isn't that
amazing.
something?
That's amazing.
Some
So
it's crazy.
Yes. I can't believe
Yeah.
we got on to do a test and we talked for like almost an hour, which is awesome with lots of good information. So I want to thank,
Yeah.
was there anything you want to say before we say goodbye that we didn't say already?
Yes. I want to say listen to the original podcast because
Yes.
I listened to it. It's funny, it turns on my phone cuz I've listened to it and it stays on my phone. So sometimes if I jiggle my phone, it comes on
I love
and I
it.
was hearing it all night long. It was in my ear all night long
I,
cuz it didn't never turned off.
I
I
love
woke
it.
up to it. It was
I love
funny. But to people out there, listen to it. And I'm not saying it just to listen because it's just me and talking. It's good information. It was a really good podcast.
It was
It's-
really good. So listen
it
and
was
share
really
it.
good.
Share it too. Listen
Yeah.
and share because really,
Yeah.
yes, it was very good. And I was like,
Right.
here,
Don't you agree it was a good one?
it was so good because we knew where you were, and
Yeah.
I listened to it. I think he's sitting in the hospital giving all this great advice on acting and everything else in life. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, it's very good. It's
Yeah.
very good to listen to. So I
Yeah.
thank you so much, so much. And I know we'll do a follow-up of this. So this is wonderful. But
Yeah. Sure.
so
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That'll be fun. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. We always have time to elevate.
oh, I like that.
Boom, boom.
Life gets tough, and I know it's hard to cope with the unknown. For all of us, I know it'd be easy if we were perfect, but we're not. So we go to find our faith, to find our hope. It all begins with looking up. It all begins with you. It's time to elevate. We sing it loud and proud. We make our voices known. Nothing can shut